welcome to IB Study Video Lectures. Today we will discuss the 34th chapter of Grade 8 English Grammar, and our topic is report writing. Well, report is giving information about an event, situation or something that had happened. For example, there was a sports day event at your school. So writing about it, what had happened, who came and how did the event go, that is kind of report writing. Think of it as a storytelling, but you tell the story in a more organized and in a more formal way. It helps us to express information clearly and systematically. We only state facts in our report writing. So a story, but in a formal and organized way. Well, before the end of this lesson, you will be able to understand the steps of report writing. Write an organized report. The aim of writing a report is to inform people about a certain school or event. A report mentions accurate facts and information so that people are able to understand the event and its importance. So report writing can be anything, describing a school, describing any organization, describing a situation, describing an event. It is a way that make people understand about the event, about an organization and its importance. But we state it in facts. We provide accurate facts and information. So the steps for report writing are: Step 1. Read the picture, give your inputs or the headline provided, and decide on an event that you can write about right? So you read the picture. Either you can read a picture, you can give input, or read the headline and you can think about what you can write about the events that you want to write. Then after you've decided about the event, you can make a list of questions. Make a list of questions: who, what, where, when, why and how, because this information will help to provide each and every detail of that event. And after you've made a list, brainstorm a series of answers, because that gives you what kind of expected answers you may get out of these questions, because those answers are the facts that you want to state. Then write the first paragraph answering 5 W's and how, right? So who, what, where, when, why and how. So write the first paragraph answering who did that event, what happened, where it happened, when it happened, why was it happening and how it happened. So when you make a list of questions, think about the answers at that time, because those are the answers that is the information. So this provides more details about the news. It must also include any eyewitness account that appears in quotation marks. For example, a chief guest came to a school event and he stated, "Honesty is the best policy." Right? So those are the words said by the speaker directly. So you can quote them in the quotation mark, or anything else that the speaker said. A lot of times this paragraph expands on what, why and how details from paragraph 1. So the first paragraph is about 5 W's, answering 5 W's and H, and then you add an eyewitness account or something that eyewitness or the other person said, answering the question in the quotation marks, and that is your second paragraph. It mostly has the details of what, why and how. So step 4 is write a concluding paragraph to summarize the event and its outcome or significance. So a report is a concise form, right? So first paragraph is describing 5 W's in it, and then you conclude it. Step 5, read your report over and make any corrections needed. There are few writing tips that we can always follow. A report should be short, clear, and concise so that the readers don't get confused. Because when you provide too much of information, that confuses the readers or mislead them. So in order to avoid the confusion, your paragraph, your report writing or paragraphs should be short, clear, and concise. The past tense should be used while writing reports. Can you state why is that so? Very good, because a report will always be written after the event had happened. The main points of the event should be mentioned in the first paragraph of the report so that readers get a gist of what the event was about. It amuses them, right? So it is like when they start reading, in the first few lines, they should know what are they reading about, which event are they reading about. So stating what had happened, where it had happened, and when it had happened. This gives a clear and crisp information. The details of the event should be organized in a logical manner that are then presented in paragraphs. It should follow a logical flow or a logical sequence. Interesting and engaging information should be provided to sustain the reader's interest. It should not be boring for them. In the concluding paragraph of the report, it should be mentioned whether the event was a success or not and the impact it had on the attendees if reporting an event. So like, for example, if your school organized an event about spreading awareness towards the environment, so the impact that it might have created on the attendees, for example, they created a collage or they vowed before leaving the auditorium that they're going to protect the environment, they'll not use the plastic, and so on. So stating those impacts make your report writing more contextual and with more information. Let us read one sample report. You are the cultural secretary of Bright Minds School, Pune. Write a report about 150 and 200 words for your school magazine describing a cultural fest that took place in your school, in which various schools of your city also participated. Right? So, we list the title of the report, which should be short and relevant to the topic. So it is Cultural Fest. You can give it a short form. Then you can write who is writing it and why are you writing. That means what is your designation. So Cultural Fest, Simran, Cultural Secretary, or Cult Fest. It could be, because this is the name of the event, it can be anything. For example, if it was Innovative Minds seminar, so you can write the name of the event, right? Then you state, after writing the title and the name of the writer and designation, then you state the place and time of the event, right? So where it happened, when it happened. So first you stated what is happening, then where it happened, why, when it happened in the first paragraph itself. Bright Minds School, 7th October 2022. A cultural festival was organized by Bright Minds School, Pune, in the school campus. So right after reading the first line in the first paragraph, we know where the event had happened, when it had happened, and who organized it, what kind of event was it. The festival was organized as a part of the Republic Day celebration, and all the students from grades 5 to 10 enthusiastically participated in the activities held. So in the first paragraph, as soon as we read the first paragraph, we know where it had happened, why it had happened, and what was happening. So the school, it happened on this date, and this was the event, why it was happening, and who all participated, who all attended the event. Then the short summary points, this mostly has that why is it happening and how it has happened. The festival began with the welcome speech for the chief guest, Mrs. Shweta Nair, a renowned Kathak dancer. The students performed various skits, dances and songs. Everything was based on Indian culture, traditional dance forms, folk music and heritage. Now you know who came to attend the event from reading this line and what was happening. And then now how it had happened. All the major states of India were encapsulated in the performances by way of costume, language and art forms. It was a delight to watch the young kids pay a tribute to the rich cultural history of the country in their own way, and also to get to learn a lot of new things in the process. So it is very clearly written that how it had happened. So we talked about 5 W's. That is where, when, what, right? So where, when, what was happening. Now why it was happening, it is written very clearly here in the first paragraph itself. A gist is written here, and then a little bit of why is also mentioned here with a little bit of details, not too much of detail, right? With a little bit of details, and who attended the event, and then how it had happened, right? And then a concluding paragraph. At the end, the chief guest distributed the certificates of participation among the volunteers. The festival ended on a positive note. There was an atmosphere of learning and growing together, and that's the end of your report. So report writing is short, concise, and it should state clear facts and information. It should have a logical flow and it should be presented systematically. Do not overflow your report writing with words and with a lot of information, because that may confuse the readers. You should use amusing language so that it is of interest, right? It should be good for the readers and it should make them more interesting. It should not be boring for them. So that was all about report writing. There are more topics given for you in this book at the exercise. Please practice it at your end, and I hope you know how to write a report now. So pick up your pens and start writing. Thank you so much for staying tuned with us, and stay tuned for our next video lecture. See you later.